Welcome back to Cheyenne's Good Fortune. We have another pick a card reading for your week ahead. So before we get into that, I want to quickly say that I am going to still pick someone to do a free reading for July in exchange for a testimony. You can ask me one specific question. Now, initially, I said you can put your name and email address in the comment section, and then I will let you know if you're the winner or not. I decided to change that because a subscriber, or this could just been someone who looks at the videos, suggested that I just provide an email, my own email, and that you guys can just send me your name and the one specific question that you have. So if you're not comfortable with putting your name and email address in the comment section, this is a good idea this person had. You can just send me your name and the question that you have to the email that I provide. So the email is going to be cheyennetarot@yahoo.com. I will provide that in the description box and I will pin it to the comments, okay? So once again, if you want to be entered for a free reading for July, where you will give me an exchange of, it will be an exchange, and so I will give you the free reading if you're the winner, and then you're just going to provide me a testimony that I will put on my website or my Facebook page. And if you want to enter for that, you are free to still put your name and email address in the comment section. But if you're not comfortable with that, I'm going to provide an email address so you can send me your name and the question that you have, okay? And that will be in the description box, and I'm going to pin it in the comment section, okay? So let's get to it. Your week ahead. What's going on with you next week? So we have 6 piles here. And of course, I always look at what might be on your mind next week. What do you need to do, and the challenge for you next week. So each pile is going to have 3 cards. Okay, so let's start with pile 1. Not start, but pile 1 is green. Pile 2 is red. Pile 3 is the purple. Pile 4 is the orange. Pile 5, yellow. Pile 6 is the blue. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're gonna take a deep breath, close your eyes, open your eyes, and whichever color you seem to be drawn to is the correct pile for you, I believe. Now, we do have 6 piles. I know some people like to pick more than 1 pile. Please feel free. If you're drawn to more than 1 pile, pick more than 1 pile. But don't force yourself. If you're only drawn to 1 color, just pick that one. But if you're drawn to more than 1 pile, please pick more than 1 pile if that's what you're trying to do, okay? So we're gonna start with pile 1, the green. So for people who picked pile 1, the green, all right. So pile 1, let's look at your cards. So the first card is going to represent what might be on your mind, or what should be in your mind next week. And we have Sage. I'm sorry, that's not Sage, that's S-I-G-E. Excuse me, it's quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. All right, your second card is going to be what you need to do. So this is the why. And the third card, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 7 of swords, I have to count those out, is the challenge. All right, pile number 1, let's get into it. So what might be on your mind next week? What should be on your mind next week? One of the two. So the first card, quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. So what I'm getting for you next week, this is not going to be an active week for you next week. So next week is not going to be a lot of things going on. I get that there's something that's been on your mind, and you're asking yourself why. I'm going to get to that next, but you need to next week really focus on just going into contemplation, meditating, and not being as active, because something is either going to happen next week, or something has went on that has really bothered you, that is just disturbing to you. And this is saying you need some time next week to just quiet your mind, meditate, and be alone. Have you ever just been and just rest? Have you ever just been through something that just shocks you to your core, and you're asking yourself why? And so let's get to the second card, what you need to do. You need to question the situation. Okay. You need to question why this happened, maybe why you allowed this to happen. You need to, it's just a time of asking questions and going in. Okay. And so when we get to the challenge, now this Seven of Swords is very interesting. This Seven of Swords deals with trickery, someone being sneaky. Look at this person. It looks like this card represents someone stealing. Okay, so it looks like he stole 5 swords and left 2. He looks sneaky, like he's gotten away with something. This deals with being a person being sneaky, underhanded. It could mean a thief as well too. So what I'm getting is that either next week or this has already happened, someone did something very sneaky to you. Now, this does not resonate. Please pick another pal. This is a very specific message. Someone did something underhanded or sneaky to you that has been bothering you. This could have already happened. Now, if this has already happened, next week you're still thinking about it. So just because something bad happened a month ago does not mean that you're over it. So something sneaky, somebody did something underhand or sneaky, something happened that was not to your advantage. Okay? Or it could be that you did something sneaky and underhanded and you're asking yourself, why did you do it? So this could go either way. Okay, I'm getting 2 messages. Either one, you did something sneaky and underhanded, and the challenge is for you to kind of see, okay, why did I do that? And so next week is about you going to contemplation, quieting yourself, asking yourself, why did I behave like that? Why was I being sneaky? Why was I being underhanded? That's not really in my character. And it's time for you to go within to figure out, okay, why did you behave like that? Or the second message is, someone was sneaky to you, someone did something underhanded to you, and it really bothered you. And maybe someone stole from you or just did something very sneaky. Maybe you didn't catch on to it, and you're asking yourself, why did this happen? Okay, why did I not see this? And so next week is about you basically quieting, going within, taking time to rest, meditate, and contemplate to calm yourself down and to figure out the answers of why this was allowed to happen. Okay, so it's either way. Okay, so once again, what I'm getting for you next week, pal, number 1 is that what's going to be on your mind is basically, which is weird, quiet. I can't say that word. What's going to be on your mind next week is about you going within, going within and asking yourself why. So quiet time. Okay, contemplating things. A very mental time for you next week. It's not going to be an active time for you as far as other things. It's not going to be a busy, I don't get this is going to be a busy week for you, pal, number 1 next week. What I'm getting is that next week is about you going within and a lot of mental work. Okay? Because something, I just get something bad has already happened, I think. It could happen next week, but something either is going to happen next week or has already happened that has you kind of disturbed. Okay? That's for one set of people where you need to go within, ask yourself why, and this is what you need to do next week. Ask yourself, why did this happen? Why did I allow this to happen? Why did I not see the signs? Or it could be that you did something kind of out of your character and you're asking yourself, why did I do this? You're going within to kind of contemplate, meditate, why did I do this? Why did I behave this way? So it's either way. Either way, there's a lot of inner work that needs to be done next week and questioning. Okay? So hang in there, pal, number 1. That is your reading. If you enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the video. If you want to be entered for a free reading for July, I'm going to provide my email address in the comment section, and I'm going to pin it. Yeah, I'm going to pin it in the comment section and then put my email address also in the description box, and then you just send me your name and your question, okay? So see you next time. Okay, so for the people who picked pal number 2, the red. Okay, pal number 2. What's going on with you next week? So, the first card is going to be what you need to think about. What could possibly be on your mind? You have undying love. Then the second card is what you need to do. Happy, happy. And the third card, we have the ones. I have to always count these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have the 9 of Wands. Sometimes I just can't look at it and know how many ones. Okay, so this is the challenge. So this is what may be on your mind next week. This is what you need to do, and this is basically your challenge for next week. Now let me get a drink of water. Soul Power number 2. Let's start with obviously what may be on your mind or what's possibly going to be on your mind next week. So we have undying love. Oh, remember, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You have 5 other pals you can choose from if this does not resonate. Okay, it says the love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. So this is a very specific message. Okay, so this is saying what could possibly be on your mind next week is that you could be thinking about a love lost. And well, you look at it as a love lost, but this is saying that the love that you have shared with this person is eternal, regardless of the situation. So basically, you're going to be thinking, it could be possible that you're thinking about someone that is no longer in your life that you don't see regularly. So what I'm getting is grief. You could be thinking about someone that has passed, or it could be a relationship, a romantic relationship, or a friendship that's no longer in your life. So once again, this person is separate from you. This person could have died, or they live far from you. You don't hear from them. But this is saying you're going to be thinking about this person. And this is telling you next week that while this person is not physically around you right now in your life, know that the love you guys have shared is eternal. And I'm getting emotional talking about this because I can feel the energy. The love that you have for this person is eternal. The love hasn't went away. They may not be right in front of you right now, but the love you guys shared was real. Okay? And don't ever forget that. And this is the card of what you need to do next week. So next week, you need to think about the happy times you had with this person. So once again, this could be a family member that has passed. It could be a friend that passed. It could be a romantic partner, a husband, a wife that passed, or a boyfriend, a girlfriend. It could be just a friend that, or a lover, or a friend or a family member that's far from you right now. They could be alive, but just maybe they live far. Whatever it is, you feel a disconnect from this person because this person is not just around. They're not in your immediate environment anymore, and you're sad about this. And that's what's going to be on your mind next week. And so what this is saying is that what you need to do next week, you need to think about the happy times that you had with this person, okay? And that they are always going to be with you. Energy-wise, they're going to always be with you. The love that you shared was real. Don't ever forget that. And so don't think about that they're no longer around you right now, or why they're not around you, or anything that negative that happened. It's time for you to think about the happy times you had with this person, okay? And so your challenge for next week, pal number 2, with this 9 of Wands, let's count it out again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the 9 of Wands. Now, if you look closely, this man looks tired. He has a bandage around his head. He's on defense. So it seems like he's trying to defend what he has. He's holding on to a wand. He's probably leaning on this wand because he looks tired, and the wand's probably giving him support like a cane. And I read, obviously I read what the cards are saying, but I also go with my intuition. So this 9 of Wands means many things, but what I'm getting is that because of your grief about this person, it has you obviously sad. And this is saying that the challenge for you next week is going to be to stand strong. You see, he looks weary, he looks tired, but he's still standing strong, even if he's holding on to that wand and maybe that wand is supporting him. It's saying for you to be strong, okay? It's saying the challenge for you next week is going to be to not break down. This situation may have you weak. You see, this person looks like they've been through a lot. It might have you emotionally drained and sad, but it's saying to stand strong, okay? That you have the strength and that you can get through this, okay? Because you see, he's still standing. Yes, he looks weary. Yes, he looks stressed, but he's still defending what he has. He's still there, okay? He hasn't given up. given up, excuse me. That's not a word, given up. He hasn't given up, okay? Don't give up. Yes, it's not pleasant that this person's not in your life anymore, or like I said, not physically, let me say, not physically around you, but if they have passed over, their energy is around you. Maybe you can't physically see them, but their energy is around you, and the love you guys share is still there, okay? Next week, they want you to focus on the good times, the happy times that you guys had. Reminisce on the happy times, not on the bad stuff, the happy things. And understand the challenge for you next week is just going to be to stay strong. So even though you may feel weary, you may feel weak, you may feel like I'm tired, I miss this person, it's telling you to stand, that you're still standing and you're going to get through it. Okay? Pile number 2. If you enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the video. If this pile did not resonate, please pick another pile. Once again, if you want to be entered for a free reading for July, you can send me your name. And also the question that you have to the email address that I provide in the comment section and the description box. So, see you next time. People pick pile number 3, the purple. So pile number 3, what's going on with you next week? So we have the first card, what you need to think about. And this is start delegating. Ask others to help you instead of trying to do everything yourself. So that's what could possibly be on your mind next week. We have thinker, what you need to do. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have the 8 of Swords. I always have to count them out. 8 of Swords, and that is the challenge. All right, pile number 3. So let's start the first card. What you need to, this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right. You have 5 other piles you can pick from. All right, so what you need to think about. So this is telling you that what's going to be in your mind next week possibly is that I get someone stressed out. Someone's going to be stressed out next week. You could have been stressed out for a while now, but whatever it is, you're going to be still, if you have been stressed out for a while, you're going to continue to feel stressed out next week, or you may start feeling stressed out next week. So this is saying ask others for help instead of trying to do everything yourself. So you feel overwhelmed. I don't know if you're just a really busy person. I don't know if you have a big family. I don't know if you're going to school and working. I don't know what's going on. But you're gonna feel overwhelmed, okay, next week. And this is saying you need, and what's gonna be in your mind is that I need help. You're gonna be thinking about, okay, I need help. And this is saying you do need to ask someone for help. And that's what's gonna be in your mind. I need help, okay? I can't do all this on my own. And maybe you feel like maybe you've been doing everything on your own because you just feel like you can't, or maybe you've been put in a situation where you have to do everything on your own, and it's just getting unbearable. But next week, what's going to be in your mind is about, okay, oh my God, I have so much stuff going on, and this is saying that you need to delegate. But what's going to be in your mind is basically, oh, I have so much stuff going on, I need help. Okay, now the thinker, this is saying what you need to do. You need to think about who can help you. You need to think about who can step in and help you. And that's what you need to think about this, because you need help. And don't feel weak for asking for help. If you need help with something, ask. But you need to think about how can you get help? Who can you go to? How can you solve this situation? Okay? And with the challenge, like I said, the 9 of Swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 8 of Swords. I'm sorry. I have to always count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because they, in the picture, they're so close together. So this is the 8 of Swords. Now the 8 of Swords deals with, obviously, look at her. She's trapped. Her arms are tied up. She has a blindfold on. Now her feet is free. If you notice, her feet is free. So she's free to walk, but she can't see where she's going. Her hands are tied. So, and then she has swords all around her. This is a card about, 8 of Swords is about feeling trapped. So your challenge for next week is to not feel trapped by your situation. What I'm getting is that someone's watching this feels trapped by their situation, feels like it's a lost cause, feels like they don't know what to do. They feel, I just get this feeling of feeling trapped and bound. you're feeling trapped and bound by a situation and you need help, and you need to start to think about who can help you. Your challenge is going to be to get yourself out of this and to understand that, wow, as you see in this card, her eyes are covered, her arms are wrapped up, but her feet, she's free to walk. So this is about self-imprisonment. Eight of Swords is about self-imprisonment. And while the situation might not be the best, the Eight of Swords deals with, you can get yourself out of this situation. Okay, if you really want to, if you think cleverly, you can get yourself out of the situation. The situation is not hopeless, but the challenge is that next week you're going to feel like the situation is hopeless. You're going to feel like there's no way out, and this is saying that there is hope. Okay, you just need to ask for help. Okay, you need to really think about who can help you and how to get yourself out of the situation. Okay, you can get yourself out of this. You don't have to feel trapped anymore. You just got to think your way out of it. Okay, pile number 3. Please hang in there. You can get yourself out of the situation next week. Just think about who can help you, and think of a way to, because there's always a solution to a problem. Understand that there's always a solution. Okay, you just need next week to think about how to make the situation better. Okay, and please stay positive. You're not trapped. Okay, this is not a hopeless situation. All right, pile number 3. If you enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the video. If you want to be entered for a free reading, please send me your name and one specific question to the email address that I provide in the description box in the comment section. And I will see you next time. Okay, people who pick pile number 4, orange, what's going on with you next week, pile number 4? So the first card is what you need to think about. We have the arts, or what might be on your mind next week. Express yourself through creative activities. Then the next is what you need to do, the tribe. And the challenge is Knight of Cups for you next week. So if this pile doesn't resonate, please pick another pile. You have 5 other ones to choose from. Let me get a drink of water. Okay, pile number 4. Start with the first card. What might be on your mind next week? So express yourself through creative activities. Now, what could possibly be on your mind? Okay, so this is what I'm getting. You need to have fun. Your mind's going to be on fun next week. Maybe you haven't had fun in a while, or maybe you haven't been able to express yourself creatively, because when people who are, even people who are not naturally creative, but expressing yourself creatively, it's fun, because usually it may deal with dancing, painting, making videos, drawing, singing. It could deal just something that deals with the creative side. Okay, and this is saying you really want to tap into that next week. So I don't know if you've just been really busy and you haven't had time to have fun and do anything. I know we're kind of on a lockdown because of the stuff that's going on in the world, but you next week really need to express your creative side. That's what could possibly be on your mind. Expressing your creative side next week is really important. Doing something fun. Now, with the what you need to do, the tribe, immediately when I go with the definitions of the cards, obviously, but I also go with my intuition. This card deals with community, friends, joining an organization with like-minded people. So this is telling me right off that you need to have fun next week, but you need to find friends. Okay, so either you need to either you already have friends, and if you do, you need to contact them and do something fun with them next week. Or if you don't have, or you may have friends that don't have the same interests. Or this can also mean that you need to find friends that have the same interests that you can have fun with and do creative things with. Either one of those 3. So the thing about this is, the bottom line is you need to find friends. Okay, whether it's the friends you already have, or you need to make some friends that want to do the things that you enjoy doing, that want to do creative things, that want to do fun things. Okay, and I get the feeling this might be difficult for you. Either you don't have those type of friends, or maybe you have a hard time making friends, or either you have friends and you haven't really made time for your friends. Why do I get this? Is because with the challenge card, the Knight of Cups, this deals with offering. This deals with someone offering you a relationship, offering you friendship, hanging out. This is offering of friendship and love. Okay, it can go either way. So the challenge here is that I'm getting one of 2 things. Either you need to challenge yourself to make friends, to offer yourself, to offer your friendship. And maybe that's hard for you to make friends. Maybe that's hard for you to open up to people, to create friendships. Or this is saying that your friends, you need to take your friends up on their offer to hang out. So give me a second. Let me give you an example if you already have friends. I met a couple people at a job that I had, and they will always ask me to go out to lunch with them, and I would, for the most part, say no because I just didn't feel like going. And so they stopped offering eventually, but then we ended up hanging out, and I really enjoyed it. And they told me, they said, you should have went out to lunch with us. We kept asking you to go out to lunch with us. We told you should come, go to lunch with us, and you never want to go. Okay, so I'm getting one or two messages. One message is that you have people that want to hang out with you and do things, and you haven't been making time for them. And this is saying next week you need to make time for them, express yourself, have fun, do something creative, make friends, hang out with your friends. Okay, because they have been offering. The second set of people I'm getting is that maybe you don't have a lot of friends, and this is saying you need to put yourself out there and offer friendship. So if there's someone that you wanted to hang out with, come to them next week and say, let's go out and do something. Would you, do you want to hang out with me? I have a suggestion. You want to go to a painting class? You want to just do something, anything that, because a lot of things are closed. Some things are closed, but things that are open that you can have fun and do, please do it next week. Okay? So either one or two things. Either you need to take your friends up on the offer to hang out next week so you guys can have some fun, or you need to go out and make friends, okay? And open yourself up, since the cups that deals with emotions. Open yourself up to friendship, okay? Offer yourself. Offer your friendship to someone or more than one person that you've been interested in having a friendship with, or just going out there and really, just trying to bond with people, okay? So that's what I'm getting. That's going to be your challenge, to either take your friends up on their offer to hang out, to have fun next week, or your challenge is going to be for you to try to make friends, okay? Open yourself up to friendship. So have fun next week, pile number 4. Put yourself out there. Do something creative. It's time. Make friendships or hang out with your friends, okay? All right, pile number 4. That's your reading for next week. Please subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the video. If it didn't resonate, you can pick another pal. If you want to enter for a free reading for July, I'm going to provide my email address in the description box in the comment section, and you can send me your name and a specific question, okay? See you next time. So for people who picked pal number 5, the yellow, what's going on with you next week, pal number 5? So what you need to think about, we have the compassion card. Release judgments about yourself and others, and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. Then we have what you need to do, which is the regeneration card. And the challenge, the world. So let me get a drink of water. Hey, pal number 5 is the general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If this doesn't resonate for whatever reason, you are free to pick another pal. You have 5 other ones to choose from. Okay, so the first card is about what could possibly be on your mind next week, or what should be on your mind. So I'm getting a very deep message here for you, pal number 5. All right, let me see how I can start with this. So this is saying for you to release judgment about yourself and others. This is about compassion for yourself and other people. So you need to focus on, and what might be on your mind is maybe past hurt, past pain. And I'm just getting a feeling of having compassion for yourself. Having compassion for the decisions you have made. Sometimes we have made decisions and we're mad at ourselves about it. And of course, we've had situations where people have hurt us. This is telling you to release the judgment of others, to release the pain. Okay, whatever, because I'm getting that this is a whole new cycle for you, pal number 5, and it starts next week. Almost a new person is emerging in you, where you want more peace in your life. You want to regenerate. Excuse me. You want to not regenerate. I'm thinking about this card. You want to generate new love, new experiences in your life. In order for you to do that, pal number 5, it starts with self. Okay, it starts with love of self. That's what needs to be in your mind next week. Having compassion for yourself, forgiving yourself for anything, releasing shame, guilt, anger, releasing things that you think you should have done differently, not beating yourself up, and then also, which is a really hard thing to do, not judging others who have hurt you. This is going to begin for you next week, and I'm going to get into why. So next week is the beginning of that process. So let's just think about maybe all the relationships you have had, and even if it hasn't been many, or maybe even if it hasn't been any, we all have relationships, meaning relationships with our parents. I'm not just talking about romantic relationships. We have relationships with our coworkers. Excuse me. We have relationships with our family members, brothers and sisters, and uncles and aunties. So in all these relationships in our life, we deal with good times and bad times, happiness and pain. This is saying that a cycle has ended, that you want to have more. I don't know if you noticed, but you want to have more peace in your life. You want to have better relationships. And it starts with you and you forgiving yourself and trying to see the best in all people in all situations. Okay, so this is a very deep message for you, pile number 5. Okay, so next week you need to think about just having more compassion for yourself and begin the process of releasing judgment, guilt, shame that you felt for yourself, and anger that you had towards other people. So kind of releasing the past to start a new cycle. And how this came to me is with what you need to do. So this is what you need to do. Regeneration. You see this is starting all over. You see this tree is starting from the beginning. This is about, I'm pretty sure another tree was there before, and that tree died, it's gone. Now this is about regeneration, starting over. So you are starting another cycle in your life, and this new cycle is beginning to start next week, where you're at the beginning stages. So next week you're starting to release all that does not serve you, okay, and that you don't want in the new cycle in your life. Okay, so what you need to do is understanding that you need to regenerate yourself. Release all that does not serve you. So if being angry at people, holding grudges did not serve you, next week it's time for you to begin letting that go. Okay, with the world card, that is your challenge. So this is a positive card. The world deals with completion and the completion of a cycle. So I'm gonna give you a prime example. When you graduated from high school, or let's say someone who has graduated from high school, you went to high school for 4 years. When you graduated, you completed high school, but it also was a celebration because you accomplished something. So this is the completion of a goal, of a major goal. You have completed. So basically, Spirit is saying you need to start a new cycle. You have completed a cycle. You have completed a phase in your life. Okay, and it's starting to begin next week, where you're starting to say, I'm starting over, and I'm releasing certain things that do not serve me, and holding grudges, judging people, judging yourself, judging others, and hold on to the past needs to be released starting next week. Okay, and so your challenge next week is to accept that a certain cycle is ended and that you're starting over with new experiences, because as you release the old, the new comes in. As you release what no longer serves you, new experiences are going to enter your life. So starting next week is about you releasing, okay? Releasing, starting over, focusing on starting over, and the challenge is for you to accept that. You may want to hold on to old feelings of judging people, or hold on to grudges, or judging yourself. This is about starting with yourself. You might be used to that, but it's time for a whole new cycle for you, pile number 5, starting next week. And you need to understand that something has ended, a cycle has ended, but it's a beautiful thing. The cycle has ended. It's time for you to understand there's going to be new experiences come in your life. In order for those new experiences to come in your life, and for you, it's going to be a challenge. Anytime you release something, you change your way of thinking. This is about you changing your way of thinking and interacting with people, and the way you interact with yourself. Whenever you are changing something within yourself, becoming a more compassionate person, trying to see the good in everyone, that you are letting go of an old cycle, old way of doing things, and it's difficult because now new experiences are going to come into your life. Okay, pile number 5. I'm excited for you. All right. So if you enjoyed the reading, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the video. If you want to be entered for a free reading for July, please send me your name and email address to, please send me your name and a specific question, one question, to the email address that I provide in my description box and in the comment section. Okay, I will see you next time. People who pick pile number 6, the blue, what's going on with you next week? So the first card is going to be what you need to think about or what might be on your mind. We have endings and beginnings, pile number 6. The old must be released so that the new can enter. Then we have what you need to do, time for a nap. And we have 6 of Wands. This is the challenge for you next week. All right. Wow. So this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right. Or you can pick another pile. You have 5 other ones to choose from. Okay, pile number 6. I'm getting something kind of deep. Pile number 5 kind of dealt with this endings and beginnings too, but with pile number 5 was slightly different. They were regenerating, starting over. With you, pile number 6, I get that someone has been feeling down about something. And it's because something needs to be released in your life. It has already been released. It could be the ending of a relationship or a job, or the ending of something. It could be moving. It could be the ending of something that was very important to you that has already ended, and you're still going to be thinking about it next week, or it could end next week and it's going to be on your mind. Either way, with the what could possibly be on your mind next week, or what you need to be thinking about, you're going to be thinking about something that has already ended. Okay, follow me. And you're going to still be thinking about it next week, or something that may end next week, that might end next week, and it's going to really be on your mind, and you're not happy about it because it seems like a loss. It's the ending of something. See, this is the endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. So that says, it's saying to you, you need to release the old in order for new to come in. You don't want to release something and move on from it. This is telling you to move on from something that you really don't want to move on from, or you have already moved on from, and it's still going to be in your mind next week, or it's going to be released next week. Either way, even if it has already been released, or if it's going to be released next week, it's going to be in your mind next week. Either way, okay? And I'm just getting you're not happy about it. So this could be a relationship, a long-term relationship that has already ended or is about to end, and while you feel that it needs to end, you're not happy about it because you love that person and you've been with them for a long time. It could be a career that you work very hard at and put a lot of time into it and went to school for it, and you see that it's not what it's cracked up to be, and you're ready to move on from it. It could be anything. It could not just be career or relationships. It could be anything, but just know what I'm getting has already ended, or it might end next week, and it's on your mind. You're not happy about it, and the spirit is saying you need to release it. Okay, you need to release it. It's okay. Better is going to come. You just need to release it. And when we release things, we release it in stages. We just don't get over something. Something doesn't happen to us Monday and we get over it Tuesday. It takes time. So because it takes time, you have what you need to do. It says time for it now. Whatever this is that you need to release, or have currently or have not too long ago released, is going to be in your mind next week. And next week, it just still has you drained thinking about it. And Spirit is saying it's time for a nap. You just need to rest yourself, okay? You've been through a lot. You need to just get a break. You need a break, okay? Pile number 6, you need a break. It's just time for a nap, okay? Next week is not a very active week for you next week. It's time for a nap. It's time for a break. And you deserve it, okay? Whatever this is, I just get this vibe. It's something that got released, or something you don't want to release, that's going to be released very soon, or has already, and you didn't want it to end. You didn't want to let it go. It's telling you to move on, and it's just going to be in your mind. It's time for a nap. It's time for a break next week. Just take a rest. Try not to stress out. Take it easy. Don't be so busy next week. You deserve a break, okay? Now, with the 6 of Wands, this card, this is your challenge for next week. Now, this is the card of a winner. You see that? He's triumphant. He won the battle. Now, you may say, well, why would that be? How would this be my challenge? If you think about it in reverse, what's the reverse of a winner? A person who, if you win, If you win, someone has to lose. So one person wins, that means other people have to lose. If there's a winner, there has to be a loser, right? And not saying like a person's a loser, but there's a person that loses the game, there's a person that wins the game. So because of this ending, you're gonna feel like you lost something. And the challenge for you next week is to still think positive and know that you're a winner. Okay, Pattern says, I don't care what you lost. I don't care what you had to release. That does not make you a loser in love. It does not make you a loser in career. Whatever you lost, sometimes we lose things or we have to release something and move on from it. Let's say a marriage ended. I'm just giving you an example. Let's say a marriage ended. I've heard people who've gotten a divorce say, I feel like a loser. I feel like I lost in marriage. You did not lose in marriage, okay? That marriage ended for a reason, and you may get married again, or it's time for something else to begin. Don't hold on to things that no longer serve you. That's what this is about. Letting go things that no longer serve you, accepting things that have ended, that needed to go. You, just because something was removed does not make you a loser in that. This is saying the challenge is for you to keep thinking positive thoughts and understand that you are a winner, pattern number 6. I don't care what has been removed from your life. I don't care what has been released. You are a winner. Always understand and always know that you are a winner. You did not lose in that situation. It had to go, or it's going to leave soon. You are not a loser. You are a winner. Always understand that. Just because something was removed from your life and you look at that as basically this is saying you look at something as a loss. Something that ended in your life, you look at that as a loss. But it's saying, no, it's a win. Your challenge is to look at it as a win. You are a winner. It's a win, not a loss, okay? Stay positive, pattern number 6. If you enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the video. If you want to enter for a free reading for July, please send me your name and one specific question to the email address that I provide in the description box in the comment section. And see you next time.